Alright, here it is, fellas. This is where we're gonna finally complete the map. This is the big one. This is Split 15, Warp Tower. So, this is essentially the Auditor's Tower, final boss area of the game. Just a confusing kind of maze of an area, just kind of designed to lose the player in awkward directions and just kind of sending you wherever, because like this whole tower area, you're just jumping around all over the place. Like your movements barely ever line up with like where you actually go, which is it was very frustrating for me to route, believe it or not. I had to go and like find like how every room connected to every room and what was the fastest absolute route through like all of it, and so I ended up settling on this. I'm gonna show it to you just straight up. I'm just gonna run through it. I'm gonna show you the sequence that's all you really need to know is just the fastest possible sequence. If someone can find a faster sequence somehow, please let me know. I don't think there is one. There's very, very, very minimal route overlapping. And it's just... I took great care in going from room to room in like every different possible direction to figure out how every single one is connected. So... and I have a room actually to talk about once I get to it, because it's a room that's required for 100% exploration, but it's very, very difficult to find if you don't know exactly where it is. It's only connected to a single room in the Warp Tower, and it's like only one movement in like the entire tower will get you into that room. And so it was very, very, very annoying to find. But let's just get it right into it. I'm gonna just do it. I've memorized the sequence, but you might want to like write this down or something so you can just kind of like look over to the side and find it as like just a little note. It's how I did it in my early runs. I had a note over the side where I look, and it has the sequence on it to what directions you go, because this is obviously a maze. So here we go. So as soon as you go up into this tower, Warp Tower starts. So start. So we go right, we go up, we go left, we go left, we go right, we go right, we go right. That actually brings us to the Saucy Gear and 12 health packs. This is essentially the final locker of the game, other than the DNA locker, obviously, in the Auditor's room. And the Saucy Gear is like the last bit of endgame gear that we get, which we actually are going to have a use for, surprisingly enough. So now from this point we go down, we go down, we go right, we go down, we go up, we go left, we go right, we go up, we go left, we go down, and then we go left, and then right, and then left. And there we go. You have explored every single room of the Auditor's Tower. That is, and for proof, 100. Yeah, 100% right there. That's full map exploration, baby. That's how you get it done. And so, I'm just gonna explain one thing about the map really quick, before I get into this equip phase that happens in the Auditor's room before the fight. Is this room right here that you saw me in earlier, the It's Hopeless, Go Back. Going left, right there is the only way to enter or exit that room. That took me forever to find. That was quite annoying to route for. It's literally a useless room. So you can kind of tell my frustration. I'm not a fan. So anyway, what we're gonna do is the equip for this room is as follows, because as soon as we take the DNA of this locker, it's the fight's gonna start. So we need to be prepared because the enemy actually moves first. So here's what we're gonna do. In order to so why this is so bad and why we can't have it equipped like this for the fight is because if we had Deimos, the heavy, set up like this, actually, if you have enough charges, maybe you could, but it would be very risky, and I don't like doing it like this, but it actually might be the faster strat in the end. I have to do some testing, but essentially, what we do is we try to minimize deaths here. So what we actually do, and actually it scores us a kill, is we take the Deimos gear off of this guy, so just put any random gear first, go over to the assault, put on the Deimos gear, go to the heavy, put on the ammo and camo, and just basically the clown gear that we've been using up to this point. Or no, not the ammo and camo. You're using the Saucy's fancy suit now because it is insane AP gain and max AP. So you respawn with 6 AP rather than 3. That's really big. Do not forget that. Saucy's fancy suit and clown makeup. And so we have heavy setup. We've got Deimos on our assault now rather than our heavy. And we have obviously our Hank and Sanford, which are always omni useful, to put it in a nice way. So that's about it for the current meta. I'm debating some changes with this. That's the fastest route through the tower. It's super easy, and then it's simple to concentrate on equipping your guys correctly here. Usually you want to have at the very absolute worst 2 charges, but you usually want like 4, 5, or 6 on the low end of things, just to be able to respawn your suicide bomb a couple times after losing the first 2 guys here in the first round. So it's automatically going to take 2 charges, and you want to have at least 1 suicide bomb for the final wave of the Auditor. So 2 PID charges is a necessity, but higher numbers, like at least 6, honestly, like at least like 4 to 6 is recommended, because it allows you just a little bit of freedom in how you fight this fight. And you'll see what I mean when we get there for the next and final 100% guide video. So that's the Warp Tower and Warp Tower equip explained. Thank you so much for tuning in. Look at that. That's nice. Look at how far you've come. Aren't you proud of yourself? Look at how much you know now. Thanks for watching my guides. And I will see you in the final boss video, ready to explain what is going on. So I'll see you there, and happy running.